of the 3 roles. Putting it mid as a semi-carry, playing it safe lane for Mickey, I think would have been a very valid option here, and putting that Alch mid like they did last time. This Mag, I think, was a total flex for them, and then they know this Ursa pick's coming, and they're content with getting last pick Veno to shut down his lane, force the Ursa into the early jungle, which he doesn't want to do and is very slow, and then he'll be too far behind to contest the big bad Alchemist when the time comes. That's the game plan for Liquid here. So if you're Bet Boom, you have to disrupt that somehow. You have to make sure the lanes either go better for you, maybe Death Prophet snowballs, because I think that is the one lane agreeing with the panel that can go better, as the Skewer having a little lag there.
The most obvious Skewer I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna quickly Google Nisha's Magnus win rates here. We are gonna have our first blood.
Yep, there's that tri-lane.
Picks it up with the tri-lane. Resolution similarly gets pushed out, but not killed.
I mean, Rezo went Cryptstorm first, so he doesn't have the Siphon to get back up here and doesn't have the regen. Has to run all the way out. This is a very rough start for me. Is he just dead to Chen right clicks? Okay, he is. He answers my question. That's a very tough start. I mean, there's not much you can do in the 1-on-2. I don't think there's all the way around this, but maybe if you're playing the 1-on-2, he's going to need help at some point here, because that is a strong zoning lane. The upside for Bet Boom is they get to disrupt this Veno Ursa matchup, which would have been very problematic in the game. But not if Toronto Tokyo dies as well.
Yeah, this is okay. Nice hook, though. Bringing back Zai, that's going to be well worth it. Hit him with a blood grenade, try and do what damage they can. But
that was a necessary hook.
Yeah, it was.
The Veno has no teleport now, however. So that is level 1 Veno who's going to have to walk all the way back top. Boxy, you're the 3 now. Congratulations on your promotion. I feel like this happened last game, too.
Yeah. But okay, so I looked it up. Nisha, of course, has multiple accounts. It comes to his pro accounts. I believe he only has 2.
No, he has 6.
Why? The games that he plays, professional match.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I thought we had a different conversation.
Yes, but he does have like 6 different screens.
Yes, he has 6.
Okay, so he has not played Magnus for Team Liquid, but on his other account, which is the secret one that he was on for a while.
Well, it's not that secret, I guess.
He's played 21 games of Magnus, 71% win rate, but the last time he played it was in 2020.
So basically, he's rusty as hell. Nothing to fear here.
Yeah, he might be.
Does get a skewer up to a weird high ground. Gonna trade out some right clicks. He building CS, which is pretty much even across the board here, except for Zai, who...
GPK with the triple kill on denies.
Triple kill, and then you had me... Yeah, I thought he got a triple kill.
No, but he denied 2 melee creeps in the flag bearer. So...
Another top into another kill. I mean, the nice thing about trialing with Pudge is you get the strength stacks.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
It's one of the upsides to trialing with these heroes that steal stats is you get a little extra out of all those little exchanges. Or Zai, he's having a rough start, and this will make the Ursa scheme a lot better. Conceptually, I like this by Bet Boom in the sense of I think it's a very good Ursa game. I think Ursa can carry this game outside of the Veno pick. And if he gets shut down on lane. So they're preventing that from happening, giving Ursa the start versus the Veno lane, where even if he gets into jungle later, he's going to have a good enough start where it doesn't matter. And then you get to play this really free Ursa matchup. However, if he dies, that is quite bad.
Go for the deny, maybe? Not going to go for it. Stick over the hook, get the kill onto Zai.
+1.
It almost dies. Nightfall lives through the Gale as well. So, again, Bet Boom. At the same time, Rezo is really not happy, I think, with his circumstances, but...
No, but he's happier than Zai. He's level 3, he gets some siphons off. At least he's getting something out of the exchange. Got a Lotus too, you know? Things are looking up.
Boxy's gonna be maybe pushed through the portal here. Or... He goes behind. They can just go on both sides. No, they're... I have to go through.
There's a ward on this portal.
You're gonna see him.
Well, they're baiting it.
Yeah, they baited him out. He showed himself. They're like, okay, we know you have an observer ward here.
And now the thing is, Liquid don't know if they're actually going to go through or not. They have a creep on the portal at the other end. So Insania is actually waiting for him to come through. He's going to purge him up. They're just going to stay top. I don't think they really want to go bottom. I think they're just trying to bait out the idea. Because Rezo's still getting slain down here.
Running Zai. You just get right on top of him.
Yeah, he does not exist in this game right now.
He did not expect that. Well, you say if this is a great Ursa game without the Venomancer, well, it looks like the Venomancer is not really going to be a hero.
Insania is coming up here. He's done messing around.
Yeah, time to get a kill out of this. They're going to get Tokyo. Posey trying to get the deny there. Telekinesis stuns him up, though. So the CM dies, comes down to the ground, stuns up Save, and they get a second kill out of that.
All right, Boxy is actually the 3 now.
He kind of is.
Welcome back, sir. We know you trained for 4 for a long time, but unfortunately, we're going to have to swap it up again.
Yeah, and condolences to Zai, who has now been demoted once again.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zai used to be a 4 player, so it all works out.
Even when he was a 3 on Secret, he was kind of a 4.
That's true. This is just, I mean, it's a Rubick, too. Oh, no. Zai's getting yaps or flashbacks right now.
His yaps are all over again. He's taking all my last hits. Mid lane, good gang. GPK will fall. So Zai's like, you know what? You're right, guys. I am going to roam like a 4 position. It's the only answer.
That's a very cheeky gank. I like it. That's a very high value kill. Whereas he couldn't really enter top.
Yeah.
Just skewing mid for the skewer man.
Okay, so I had an interaction.
These networks are all messed up, to be honest.
That I know you won't know the answer to, because probably very few people know the answer to this. Noxious Plague and Ursa's Enrage. Like, how's that work? Is the slow? Is it gonna just stay like a regular spell?
When you debuff it, it has the debuff effect, and then you get the status resist versus it, so it'll pump out faster.
So it'll pump out faster, which also means the slow will take off faster, you think?
Yes. Okay. This is how generally those types of spells interact, unless there's something special about Plague.
Didn't they change that interaction with Doom?
Don't think so.
'Cause I thought it used to be that Doom would hit really fast, but I don't think it does anymore.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it still does.
If you Doom Enrage Ursa, it goes down at the faster rate.
Radiant's
Maybe it's because he's enraged, he's got the damage resistance, so I don't notice the fact.
Yeah, he just doesn't take anything. That's why that matchup's so good. You just get rid of it, and then you don't take any damage. The Giga Chad play.
You get the vision.
Told you to throw it. Just gonna rush Radiance again. I don't know. My first impression of this patch was I thought Alk was broke. Yeah. I just think this hero's busted. He gets an extra spell. Not fair.
Oh, tossing him back, getting in front of him. He is across the bridge.
Can't get in front. He's too big.
Trying to get around him. Unable to do so. Boxy takes the hook to the face. Looks like they may be trading out supports here. They need the vision. Save hiding in a combo. Oh, he pops out and denies himself the Ancients.
Save God.
Beautiful stuff. Look at the wisdom rune. The wisdom rune. Ah, got him.
Oh no.
Took your wisdom rune. Now I'm going to take your life.
Put some sticks and turn it around.
And tier 2 tower armor aura is pretty dangerous.
Well, I don't know if Mickey's overstayed his welcome.
No, he certainly has. Now he's going to have to go for the deny.
Take me, Lizard. Take me.
No. Rezo gets it with the Crypt Swarm. Insania also died to the neutrals. Okay.
Well, these lizards be feasting out here. Goddamn triple kill for the Thunderhide.
You know how the neutral camps have like they can level up now over time, or when the Chen grabs them?
Yeah.
Maybe when they get hero kills, they should just automatically go to like level 4. Buffed ass neutral creep.
Then you just can't ever farm him again? That sounds kind of cool.
On to Tokyo. Telekinesis stop him going through the portal. Now Mickey is going to come back, hit him with another stun.
That was a ambitious gate attempt.
Yeah, I think he probably knew he was screwed either way.
All right, this early game has been really clowny, but what was the end result?
I don't know.
The end result was Zai caught up a bit. Gets the lane top.
Yeah.
Rezo also caught up a bit. Now has Urn and ult ready to go if you want to play around this exorcism.
And Ursa is super happy.
Yep. So in the end, I feel like that is good for Betboom, because all they wanted out of that clowny lane phase was for Ursa to have a good start so that he can get into the battle fury fast and not get destroyed by the mins. And they got that. So everything after this is kind of just a normal Dota game for Betboom in a sense. He should try to make some action happen. He's just got Tread Tumbler Toy.
Yeah, he may be level 8, but he hasn't actually leveled up RP yet.
Very true. Rage after that, but still enough.
I was born to war.
It slices and dices him.
I do it.
And another stack for save. My God, this guy has 7 flesh heaps already.
He's huge.
He's an abomination.
That is indeed his original name.
Oh, Centaur Stomp. Mickey did not like that.
My thanks.
Did not like it at all.
Gonna do a lot of damage. Not going enough to get the kill though. GPK.
This is a bold move.
One more second till another slight. Is that going to be enough? Mickey still not dead, but the Red will finish him off.
In style.
Gets him and gets him in style. You're right.
Abusing that cooldown for the ulti, and now 3-man through the gate.
And Insania. Oh, what? They're like, wait a minute. That's Insania. Get him.
Get him, boys. What do you mean, get him? This is a henchman.
Dire are scared.
Kinda, yeah. I mean,
What is happening?
Hunter definitely needs sort of like a mob boss type character.
What is actually happening right now? All right, I guess it's +1 for save again. Number 8.
It's gonna have a very fast blink dagger.
This has to be good for Beppu. Like, it just has to be, right? You're getting a huge amount of punch stacks. Your 2 supports got a lot of early kills, so they have the extra levels here. And your Ursa is going to have a pretty damn fast Battle Fury in this game.
Yeah, literally the only way I would say that maybe it's fine for Liquid is if there were tons of stacks, but I don't think there are.
No. I mean, Mickey is starting to jungle, but honestly, he's not that far, right? He had an okay laning phase, but nothing amazing. 2 deaths. It's going to set him back a decent way. And then who's your playmaker on this Liquid lineup? This is a pretty passive Liquid lineup. They kind of want to just farm to that mid game where their tankiness on the cores with the Veno wards just becomes too much for Beppu to run into. But if you're behind and the Ursa's ahead and he's accelerating the Roshans, that becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Like I still think Ursa has very good matchups for a lot of these Magnus lineups just because he can push the tempo so fast and get far ahead, and he outman fights you. Like, you can have Empower, but Ursa does not care about Empower when he's enraged and getting stacks on you. One of these old school Magnus counters, if you can play that type of game flow, and they're giving it to him here. I think Nightfall is set up for success. Just a matter of can they clinch it out? Does the game get too clowny? Decent position overall. Alk will continue to farm his way back in this game, though.
Echo Saber, first item choice for Nisha, but his first rotation did not go well. They came up to this top lane, immediately died to Nightfall, so he is definitely a bit
He trapped himself.
What happened?
Yo, Nisha needs help, boys. He's stuck in the trees. He had the TP. He Telmertoyed into the corner, got stuck, and TP'd to tier 1.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was pretty cool. Also, like, these shield runes look so weird on these heroes, man.
Yeah, they turned the ball white.
It's like Dark Magnus or something.
Oh, snag. They have the damage for this. It's looking pretty good. Unstable Concoction, plus the damage from the Spirit Siphon.
Big hook.
Yeah.
Throwing this outbound in the period where he wants to get to that fast Radiance. It's just getting delayed and delayed on that 3rd death. And Rezo's going to have a Vessel very soon here. So just more anti-healing for the Alchemist to have to deal with when his items are getting delayed. Solar Crest for Zai. It's a nice item for the Alch and the Mag when they're empowered. But it also means you're going to be delaying those big teamfight auras a little bit as well. Normally, I feel like the Solar's better here if your cores are having a better game, but since they're having a rougher game, or you're throwing it on an underfarmed Alch or an underfarmed Mag, doesn't feel as good, right?
Sure, yeah.
However, if they win the fight and they catch up, it'll also give them better Roshan. I can see why I went for it. It's a good Solar Crest game for sure. Very nice verse for what Pepsi want to do as well with the extra armor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I mean, Zai's in catch-up mode. He's just trying to get whatever he can up the map. Try and put these Plague Wards to work. They are maxed. He'll farm very fast, but Battle Fury is done for Nightfall. Very fast Battle Fury on the Ursa here with good core matchups. Now it's a question of what can Boom do with it? Can they continue to get hooks?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh,
attack.
blinked to the other side of the hook. Blinked on him. Didn't actually get the steal on hook, though. Save did a good job covering that.
Very nice. Nice
Light
stuff
paint.
with Rod.
Try to catch him. Oh, RP, not quite going down. Now, Nisha silences well. Great coverage there from Bet Boom. Getting 2 kills, and he'll turn it into a 3rd with Zai. Surely he's going to be run down with so many heroes surrounding him. Bet Boom, man, really taking it to Liquid here in this game, too. It's looking like it's their game to win already.
Radiant's top
I
tower
mean, when GPK is giving you the pre-death high 5, you know he's in good spirits right there. Another plate mail game for him, by the way. Pretty interesting. Maybe he just likes this item. Likes how he can use it for his team and be more aggressive in the early fights. It's not an item I would have thought of as being broken as patch. And I think Boxy regretted that spell steal there. You got to go for it, but Save just too quick with the rot, and now you're stuck in an awkward position. No RP for you, sir.
This Magnus is not working out for them.
No. It is not at all. You're gonna have to get some big RP fight somewhere in this game.
Radiant's top tower is
Maybe
under
soon,
attack.
depending on how fast Ursa kicks up this Venomancer. I guess the upside is you have a lot of camps to farm. More ancient camps on the map. That's worth something.
Yeah, for now. Bet Boom with a Death Prophet, though, I think are going to start closing out the map. And then it's not going to feel like you have that many neutrals to farm anymore.
That Boom continue to just protect their safe lane too.
Yeah.
These tier 1s are
Radiant's
nowhere close
middle
to going down for
tower is
Liquid. They're just going to have to
under
play on their side of the map. And Blink is already up for save. You guys had such a good early game. He's got the 11 Flesh Heaps plus a Blink. He's just ready to go on anything. Line him up, bring him in.
Perfect grab once again.
Radiant's
I mean, you know,
middle tower is
people were
under
calling it crazy. I wasn't too sure about it either, but the early pickup of the Pudge is paying off.
It's definitely a lot more reliable when you play him in these roaming dual support duos with something like a Crystal Bait. Like, then you don't have to rely on hook skill. You got to rely on, I guess, Maiden being able to walk
Radiant's
up
top
and frostbite
tower
somebody. That
is
might be
under
worse
attack.
than hook skill sometimes. I think about it, but either way, a lot more reliable a game coming from
Dire's
Boom.
middle
And you
tower
gotta
is under attack.
imagine they're starting to think about this Roshan. At some point, if they feel confident enough to go in there, Liquid group somewhere on the map, gonna open it up. You don't need too many heroes to do it. Might even just be the signal. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower
Nightfall,
is
thinking about it? No, they're gonna join the fight. They want the brawl.
For the skewer back, perhaps. Hit the RP just on the Death Prophet, and he already got the Spirit Siphon off, so it takes a lot to be able to finish him off. Same time,
Reinforcements coming.
they are indeed. Jump forward from GPK, trying to get another catch. That's going to be Instania. Slowed down by Nightfall. McGang, he's going to pop out here in a second. Doesn't get GPK, who I think he really wanted. Oh, Boxy, who had the Stolen Remnants, but is killed by the Slight. Steals some of the spells, but you can't master them all.
Looked great for a second, at least. And that's more kills that your Ursa gets involved in. 6-0-5. Nightfall is just out of control. You got to stop him soon. That's one of your RP fights as well, where you get a big core kill, and you're still getting routed in it. Too much early net worth for these Bet Boom heroes, and
Radiant's
straight into
middle
Roshan.
tower
This is
is
non-contestable.
Of invisibility.
Don't even need to pop the Exo, I think. Just gotta clean it up, put an Aegis on somebody here. Start to close out the map.
This will also speed up the timing for second Roshan. Well, I guess that's no longer a thing. I was going to say second Roshan in the Ag Shard for Ursa, but now it's just cheese. Radiant found. Oh, damn big with these Flesh Heaps, man.
13. It's 17 minutes. I don't know what the average is, but this has got to be ahead of it.
This is the part of the game that I feel like is super snowbally. When you can hold
Radiant's bottom
your
tower
tier 1,
is
your
under
safe lane
attack.
tier 1 tower up, take the opposing safe lane tier 1 tower, and then just control both of the portals. I think the game gets super snowbally when you control both corners of the map like that. Where do you go?
The middle, I guess.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of
Into
neutral
the
camps in
old
the middle.
frontiers. The old frontiers. Forsake the new
Radiant's
ones.
middle
Back to
tower
where
is
we
under
came from.
attack.
And you go to the triangle. The good old triangle.
Triangle and triangle.
It's tough. There is not a lot of space. What do you think about GPK's item build this game?
Radiant's
you
middle
gonna do this on
tower
every
is
hero?
under attack.
Simplifies Dota, I guess. I'm just gonna go Blade Mail Radiance, guys.
Radiant's
Whatever you
middle
pick for me,
tower has fallen.
I'm gonna do it. I don't care what I'm playing.
I mean, it cannot
Radiant's
be
middle tower is under attack.
that good, right?
Radiant are
Like
scanning.
you're the Arcane Vanguard into Octarine, like that one seems really nice to me. Is Blade Mail Radiance that strong this match?
I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. This doesn't strike me as a Radiance game. I mean, I get the evasion stuff is okay versus Mag Out lineup. But generally, Out does not care about Radiance. Maybe it's just a early fighting to farm pattern thing. They enjoy it. I'd find it curious. Not necessarily bad or good, just I'm curious that he's going this item build on heroes that to me seem very different in very different games. Like between Necro and Ember. Those are quite different heroes.
Blade Mail damage bonus decreased by 8, but armor increased by 1. So You know what? That definitely doesn't feel like a straight buff to me. That's for sure.
It's an interesting itemization. We'll see if it pays off more this game when he's in a stronger scale position.
Yeah.
So I would say the downside is build is spell immunity, but maybe the spell immunity is going to be a bit delayed here for Liquid. They're not going to have as many ores as well to deal with the burn. They have Blink finished on Nisha, and they have BKB for Mickey. We're going to smoke up, try and find a good fight out of this.
Nightfall steps over to the side to make sure the hook can land, but there are reinforcements, and they manage to get the skewer back on that Nightfall too. Now he has the Aegis, don't want to overcommit for this one. The Chen army comes through, finish him off. Now a Hurricane back onto Resolution, pulling him out of position as well, while immediately the blink away from Nightfall. He's just trying to get out of here. The first, is it really, it feels like the first real win for Liquid in this game too. And it was a big one. I mean, they got a triple kill for Mickey.
That is absolutely huge for Mickey's game here. And that's your Aegis Ursa fight. I mean, he didn't have BKB for it, but you used Exo as well. You cannot throw too many of these fights away. It's just looking like game one all over again to some degree.
Yeah.
I still think Ursa's going to scale a lot better, but you got to ride the momentum as well. And this is your Blade Mail Radiance timing for Ember. He's not even in this fight. GPK's TPing the off lane tier 1.
Yeah, he's
I can't help but think
he's
just
so far away.
Like, why are you here, right?
Yeah.
That's your strongest damage hero. This is his timings with those items to go in and be the frontliner. And now he shows up to a Mickey triple kill going, I'm out. He's back to mid.
I think one point to remember when you're just, I mean, in general, both sides, I guess, but when you're pushing the safe lane tier 2, there is that outpost that is behind you that the enemy controls. So you are naturally putting yourself in a position to be safe.
And you have this new areas of the map that's underneath those tier 2s where you can set up like, I mean, Mickey got on that side, kills the Pudge, and then gets to run the Maiden down in that tree line. It's not even in the main fight. That's just a double freebie. It's just it's a very tough fight to take unless you have the vision control and you're up on that hill as well. Tormentors are up. You're gonna look to get a shard. Probably hoping it goes to the Boxy here.
I think.
We also went Phylactery. Very interesting.
Now that item got buffed in the B patch, so it does a bit more damage.
Yeah.
I think was the biggest part of that buff.
He's pretty good. You throw the Fade Bolt on somebody to get a bit slowed, extra damage.
Yeah,
I can dig it. I can
more
dig it.
slows maybe against the Ursa.
I mean, you might like mess up an Ember Remnant or something and kite this Ursa a bit better. Did end up getting that shard. RNG favorable today.
So that means they have a bit more save against the Ursa targeting.
Yeah, that single target jump not as good for Bet Boom anymore. Really gonna need to play around the level 2 Exo, keeping their supports alive, I think. And this Radiance for
Smoke
TPK.
wrap around behind the tier 2. Bet Boom putting a huge priority in bringing down this tier 2 tower. Nightfall actually hops over the trees accidentally, but it's fine. Dave has got you covered. It's a brilliant hook.
Venomancer did go off here. It's ticking Rezo really low.
It is. That Poison Nova goes off automatically when he dies, so you gotta be careful of that. Rezo almost dying there. Nightfall comes to the rescue.
A siphon off a creep here. You got that burst. Would have been really happy taking that team fight. Bet Boom escape with all their lives. Get a good level 2 Exo fight.
Looks like they still want to fight.
You know these ults are down. They still have RP. It's dangerous when you don't have Alchemist BKB.
So here's this play we were talking about. And Zania is going to get behind him, bring his creeps in. The tier 2 is already dead, so I don't know what he's going to do now.
Just got to farm.
I guess so. That'll take some farm away from Bet. Oh, another great hook, man. Save. He's just not missing.
This is why you pick the man as Pudge. 3-3 and 16 with 17 flesh heaps. Making it all happen. Initiator. Team fighter. Glimmer buyer. What more do you want?
Zania's going to be a Crimson buyer for his team. Chen strength, it's okay. It's not bad. The hero has some okay stack game, but
it's pretty bad.
Not an actual strength hero.
It's pretty damn bad. He has 42 strength. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is gonna be a basic Crimson.
Nisha, oh, we actually got off the RP. Still in trouble, though. That physical damage from GPK is going to cause some issues. A slide might finish him off. Throws out a shockwave. Mickey's going to die first, actually. Pull back in. Boxy's going to die as well. Sage just every single time. You get one pick off, and he's like, I got the +1, guys. In fact, he might get a +2. Zai?
He has Blink. He has ult. Gets hit by Plague Ward.
Yeah, Plague Ward's causing
Enough to dissuade him here. He's just going ham. There's no way about it. Game 1 seemed a bit rough for him, but this game 2, putting the team on his fleshy back as he walks around contemplating.
Yeah, that's an animation.
That's the Pudge contemplation of life.
I mean, this Pudge has had way bigger impact than Magnus.
I love these stun animations, actually.
Pretty good.
Oh, that was a centaur creep. See you later.
Radiant's top
Took him out
tower
of.
is
Oh,
under
didn't take him
attack.
out. Never mind. I mean, Insania's farming these creeps. He's just feeding them to save. He's doing the jungling for him.
Bringing
like
the
a-
jungle to you.
Like one of those sushi
Radiant's
conveyor
top tower
belts.
is under attack.
I guess I'll have a little bit of Centaur today.
I mean, what's the next big timing here for Liquid? Is
I
it just
don't know.
Alchemist AC? Is that winning you the fight? When there's Greaves on the
Radiant's
Death Prophet,
top
you still have this
tower
Radiance to get through evasion-wise.
Dire's
GPK
middle
is just
tower
tanking
is
up,
under
going for the
attack.
front line. Can't really burst this Ursa, right? It's got to be Mickey going in, baiting out a clump, and then you get a big RP. I think that's really the only way you're fighting. Maybe you could bait a fight off the Veno, but it feels like he dies really fast. The thing about the Veno in this patch is you kind of need enemy heroes to dispel or die. If they just commit on you and kill you and no one's dying or low, spells actually aren't that broken. It's when they start chaining off of each other.
Yeah.
So if you're Liquid, you kind of need the big kill on the Veno spells as well. You gotta line all this up and make sure it works. And then your team fight, you still have a way to win these engagements, as Nightfall is just waiting for the next Roche. This is your window to find that big pickoff. They will find GPK top, and they get a stun on top of him.
Be hard, Mickey. Gonna blink for Fox. He's showing himself first. Trying to hit the telekinesis into the concoction, and Insania getting blown up. Now Nisha's gonna pull him down to low ground here, but he's gotta be careful for his own life. May have to use the RP just to save himself. Nice use of the telekinesis. Gets him up to the high ground, so that's gonna be BKB on cooldown for the Ursa. But I don't think Bet Boom mind too much. I'm not sure if Liquid can really contest this.
I think Liquid are worried about going on a single target Ursa like that, even if his rage is out, just not sure where the Pudge is. The Pudge can blink hook him, he can blink glimmer cape him. Maybe that's enough to save. Then you're stuck in a bad fight.
Dire are scanning.
Engagements are tough. You got to find the right target
Dire's middle
with the
tower
chain
is
stun.
under
Just get the
attack.
burst, you get the numbers advantage. You didn't get it, and that means Roshan is back up. Nightfall is happy to commit, as he has Abyssal flying out as well. He just cheesed for the best boom lineup here as Rezo pushes towards his BKB. Probably just throw his Aegis on Ursa and think about a fight into high ground.
Yeah, Aegis on Ursa, probably cheese on Rezo. I think that would feel pretty good because there is the danger. Liquid do have pretty good like high ground hold between constant slows and a repositioning of Skewer. That is dangerous.
Cheese on Rezo, Cap? You fool. You damn fool. Do you not see this Embers build? Do you not understand?
true.
The Blade Mail Radiance must go on.
Of course,
You
of
must
course.
get the 2 life value.
More HP for the Blade Mail.
which my matriarch will rise.
The Blade Mail hungers. It requires sustenance. I don't know how Zai ended up here, but he's gone.
I think they're just trying to find farm on the map somewhere. I mean, you said if you can't play the side lanes, play the mid. Well, maybe try and play both triangles. Maybe that's the thought.
You look at the right idea. They're just going to try and split the map, get what they can, and make sure Bet Boom don't go high ground during this Aegis timer if they can afford it. But if you're Bet Boom, you just get these lanes, and you're going to think about high ground because you have Exorcism. Like, Exorcism is what gives you the high ground. Maybe the only threat is the Skewer back.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught in some Skewer back, but you have
Radiant's middle
Pudge you can
tower
blink
is under
in,
attack.
kind of retake the fight. You have Ursa who can go in with Abyssal and Aegis. I don't know if the Skewer back is that terrifying, honestly. I feel like you might just be able to take that fight.
I mean, there's a telekinesis after the Skewer back. And there's
Yeah.
some slows.
But who are you
start
skewering?
getting in the Venomancers?
Like, are you killing who you skewer here?
Nightfall just means he's going to jump first. He'll give you this skewer. It's really dangerous because he can be pulled into the fountain. He's going to take a bit of damage here. A lot of damage, in fact. Not enough to finish him off, though. Mickey looks for the unstable concoction. Going to land on GPK over the tower here. Any stuns? Any disables? Anything here? Nisha committing, going for GPK. He does have that cheese. He's going to pop it now as he goes in. Hits a chain on two. Renzum's going to follow him in with the Spirit Siphon going out with all this ghost damage. GPK's almost dead. Neil gets out more, but he jumps away to his remnant. Another light going off. He survives through it all and baits Liquid into a nasty situation with save. Hooks in one more once again. An extra kill for Boom.
Triple buyback.
Disengage though.
You got to get the hell out. Even if GPK can come back in here, this is not a fight, and they're going to clean up at least two or something off that triple buyback. Double core for Liquid. Man, Nightfall, he gave you the skewer. He said, take me into your arms. I do not care. I'm too big and too bad.
And he was kind of right about that.
I actually like that play, you know? He's like, that's one of those plays, I know my teammate's going to get skewered, so I'm just going to go in. Like, screw it. I'm not going to give the chance. And that cheese pays off for GPK, man.
Oh, yeah.
He made the most of it there. He got in real deep with this Blade Mail Radiance build. Gets to work, goes to Fountain, comes back. It's like 3 lives for the Ember. I mean, at some point, your Exo runs out, and of course, triple buyback, you're going to have to get the hell out of there. But that's a fight Boom are pretty damn happy about, as it's going to slow Mickey's item progression and continue to boost Nightfall here, who's just going to go MKB and start the Shredder, the human Shredder coming out here. You have a way to deal with this Ursa jump damage? I don't think you do. I mean, it's got to be the fastest telekinesis of Boxy's life.
Yeah. Claws getting razor sharp now. Boxy's going to go for more staff help. He need as many force. I'm not even sure that Skirrin's Guard's going to do anything. What is that damage block to an Ursa who's doing 500 damage a hit?
Yeah, I don't think Boom are caring much about this Crimson. Also an Aether Lens on save. Man, if he gets a shard off this Tormentor, he's going to be living the dream. The absolute dream here.
See, he does. He does indeed. Liquid. They get their own shard. Tormentor just spawns.
Now you have this Blink Aether Lens Dismember save to deal with too. Even if you get a big RP on the Death Prophet or Ember, for example, if they get saved, regurgitated, I feel like that fight's out of the window. You just need more damage. You're Liquid here. And I don't know where it's coming from in the short term. You have a double damage on Nisha. That's pretty nice if you can get a fight going with it. Shard will go to Zai here, so latent toxicity also on the board. A little extra slow and disable. It's something. But another high ground push, it might be coming. Exo back up.
Is under attack.
I mean, what's to stop you just taking a similar fight here if you're Boom? You don't have Aegis. That makes it scarier. For damn sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Problem with that latent toxicity. I think same problem.
Tower is under attack.
They're going to most likely throw it on Ursa. He's going to pop in rage and then just shrugs off that disable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At least you got it for free. You can't complain. This will be a 5-man smoke from Liquid. Just thinking about that base push that was coming. DD up for Nisha. It's going to time out here. You're not going to get the fight with it. And you get the jump. Blade Mail Ember, do you want him?
I think they're hoping to be able to surprise Boom. Putting themselves all in the corner here. The Shiva's going to be able to decent amount of vision. They steal off that. Oh, he stunned himself. Nightfall immediately goes for the bounce. Beats goes off the Abyssal Blade, catching back up. Nisha holding her place for the RP, but somebody's got to be left behind. It's going to be Nisha. Oh, and another hook.
They just keep coming. You want stack 22.
Stops GPK jumping in for more. The Venomancer dies in an instant. That's 3 dead. Remember, diebacks from before, so long death timers here. Boom, the base is theirs.
GPK just toying with him at this point. The man's in his element. Save definitely put this game on his back, man. 22 flesh heaps.
Under attack.
Gem to go along with all his net worth, and another hook for the road.
Get the slide chains to do a little fountain farming. Beautiful.
Why not? Make it 23. Boom felt a lot more comfortable in this game, I'll tell you that much. They had a very good read of the concept Liquid wanted to do with their draft. Like, you get that Ursa through the lane stage, it's smooth sailing, right? And they took advantage of their lane advantage this game a lot more. Last game, it did feel like they could close out the map. This game, they rush that blink, they have a bit more pickoff, and they have this active core in the GPK Ember who can enable the Pudge, fight with him, be another frontliner. Smooth sailing after that early game, as they will just take a second lane here. Look, we're gonna have one more fight left in the tank. Feels like a tough one, especially when you have to use these RPs to save your Alc instead of the other way around. Nonetheless, Mickey did find a shield room. Something.
I think what this game kind of says to me about this patch is everybody's like, win lanes, win lanes, win lanes. Keep saying that. But at the same time, I don't think you want to be overly reliant on winning lanes because the lane breakdown can get so weird.
It does get weird.
Constant like 2 support roam back and forth through portals. Like you can't guarantee that you're going to get the matchup or the kills that you're expecting.
I feel like you want your early game to go well, but I don't think you want it to go well in the same way some of these other patches have been, where it's just like you get the lane matchups and you play these lane matchups because too much clowny stuff can happen.
Yeah.
Like this game, yeah, lanes will go great for Liquid if they just get Veno versus Ursa, but there's so much clowny stuff that can happen between getting that Veno and Ursa and actually getting it. You know, there's the tri lane, there's the gates. The gates make these tri lanes so that they can form and unform at will. You can hit these small power points. Like this is a game where Save could have started top, killed the Veno twice, and instantly go bottom, and there's no punish for him, right? And he just stayed top for a while, but that's another play you can think about in another matchup where you have a hero that can stand against Veno better. Suddenly that matchup goes out the window just as bad.
I mean, if this is going to be the trend, these laning phases, you keep calling them clowny with these supports, you know, rotating back and forth, kind of like a traveling circus.
The gay clown car. We're going for a ride.
Honk honk. And just like that clown car, you surprised how many heroes got hit the game.
Sean number 3. Refresher shard at night. Probably go to res over here. Unless Nightfall just wants to take it away and end the game with it, but I don't know if he has the slots to use all this.
Hey, what about GPK?
GPK can take it too. And then actually he has Ags and Shivas. Oh my god, he's so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take it. I did not realize he had Ags on his Ember already. He just got so much gold off the double rack, so you were looking at a lot of remnants, a lot of slights, double Shivas, double blade mail. He wants to put it back in. How long? It has served its purpose. This is a very tanky Ember. You're gonna need some fountain skewers. I think that's what you're up against now. I expect Nightfall to just go in again. Like the second he hits this tier 3, he is blinking on somebody. Because again, I think as long as you start the fight in a way where someone isn't just getting gone on by Liquid and put out of position, the fight's very awkward. Even if it's deep at this point, you have the network to sustain through it. Last tier 2 will fall. Always have that Pudge save up your sleeve. She's on Rezo this time around.
I think they're going to smoke through the top lane.
This is
empty right now.
This is just the better way of accomplishing that same thing.
Yeah.
Like start the fight on Liquid with everybody instead of just the Ursa.
It does seem like Liquid is relatively aware of that. They're playing under siege on your force. The Alchemist is going to be jumping immediately into telekinesis and the skewer back. Okay, now kite out the Ursa. That's the dangerous part. With his BKB going, Insania doesn't actually die to GPK either. Oh, GPK committed into the fountain to get that kill. She was them all on the way back. That's a move and a half.
Just joined the outstun in the meantime. He's going back in. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's going to go take a quick fountain trip.
Radiant's middle
That's one way to style on somebody with a refresher shard. Coming back anytime now.
Give the Aghanim Scepter over to Nisha. Nisha now has the new Horn Toss. He's going to be able to pull back the Ursa. Telekinesis midway through. He's going to die. Chain stunned up, but at the same time, another big hook comes out, grabbing the Nisha Magnus, who does have buyback, and he does still have RP.
Don't have alcohol for 10 seconds here. You got to line it up. You got to get a huge RP into a fight right now. If you're Liquid, I'm going to respect it. Back off.
You gotta respect that horn toss. It's like the TI-10 horn toss is back, basically.
That just came out of nowhere too. Not something that Boom could have expected here. He has level 20 skewer range as well. Time to pull out the old collapse magic right now.
Yeah.
Get the skewer of your life.
Sign's pretty close to Heaven's Halberd, which would significantly help when they get the skewer back on that Ursa to help people survive.
I mean, this is kind of your window to get something, though, because that Boomer just waiting for Exo to come back up.
You need to go out there and do something, but at the same time, your best odds for winning fights is still with the skewer back around Fountain.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your best fight is that high ground defense. It feels like that Boom's been getting the better of you in those high ground jumps. Forcing the issue, not letting you set up and find that hero with the skewer makes it very weird. And of course, that was Nisha buyback. So another situation like that happens again. Magnus goes down, you're just out of the game. No easy decisions at this point. Boxy's trying to get an Aeon so he could be the one in front.
Mickey's got the stun animation going on now instead.
These are just all over the place in this patch, man. This Alchemist's pretty good, though.
His arms in the air.
Looks like he's swatting at flies or something.
Oh no! The bruiser! What are you doing in this neighborhood?
Come to the wrong neighborhood, son. Swag!
Fortunately, he's got remnants, so it should be easy for him to get back to base. Made it home safe.
I mean, just in time, too, because the second smoke is coming. I think you're going to break it there. They were just going for the same play. It worked once. It'll work twice. But not to be too.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the toss up in the air, you can still cast spells and stuff during that point, but if you land, you get stunned. Threatening the RP, really trying to catch GPK.
We got Exo. That's
Very
level 3. A lot of extra damage flying around for Boxy right now. If you can get the fight going.
There's Heaven's Halberd. Stopping the Ursa, going for the RP on him, trying to help Mickey to be able to disengage. He takes so much damage though. And now Nisha's dead as well. Mickey cannot get back to the fountain in time. A buyback on one, but Nisha doesn't have his.
GPK is just too big. Yeah, you cannot deal with this Ember Spear right now. Exo be damned. You gotta get your poke going. Oh, Alco for 7. Another hook.
Died just walking straight into that one.
Just stop safe. You're already dead. You're already dead.
Oh, he's gonna aim for another one. Oh, okay. Zoning hook, not able to chase after the Ember Spirit. He actually blinks in, goes to the Dismember, immediate force tap into the fountain. It is not enough. The damage is too much. GPK with the buyback remnant play too.
Even the fountain, no match for the Ember Spirit.
I mean, the thing about this Ben Boom rosters similar in the past, like Virtus Pro that we once had.
Reverse hook, trying to style on him, but you get styled back. You got yourself, son.
It was a little early. You got yourself. Never mind.
Just like that, that game will come to a new conclusion as Bet Boom take game 2. Save